Hello and welcome to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Let's take that nice deep breath, and don't forget to excel all the haters and all the just the people who are getting in your way. They don't want you to live your dreams and just like go for your goals and stuff. And you know what? Maybe that's why one thing I need to encourage during the episodes. Like, I mean, sometimes you're going to be listening to this maybe while you're at work, you're driving to work or picking up the kids or whatever. But yeah, if possible, while you're working on that dream, because I'm working on my dreams, like in between recordings and things. So, and well, I started this channel for so many reasons, but one of them is like, I wanted to work on my dreams. And this was one of my dreams when I was a lot younger, like back in college, I'll say sophomore, junior year in college because I think that's, yeah, oh my gosh, sound a little old, but that's when YouTube, I think, started. Or was it the year I graduated? Yeah, anyway, either way. I went to start one, but my mom said she would throw me out the house. So, and she forbid me, and she even had cousins keeping track of me because if they caught me on, then they were going to, yeah. But now I'm much older, and this kind of sounds sad, but yeah, she passed away, so she can't stop me anymore. Yeah, she can't stop me anymore. So that's why I'm publishing my books. Like everything and anything that she threatened to throw me out the house, I'm now doing. And I am doing so many of these projects, and I try to encourage you guys because I know how some people are going to say, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not fast enough, you're not this and that, and whatever. If you have a goal, honey, sweeties, with technology, even, it's like you can study it, you can learn. There's libraries too. Yeah, don't forget about the library. I love the library. And I'm really hoping to go to the library. I don't know, it's just like, yeah, I'm probably going. I've never, oh, no, I did. I went to the library once with my scooter, but it was for an activity. Yeah, it's like I would love to go, especially over the summer, to the library with my scooter and get some books and stuff. Like, oh my gosh, like I need a good mystery. I'm about to read Yesteryear, but yeah, I love urban fantasy and mystery. So yeah, gonna check me out in those aisles soon. But okay, let's get to the jealousy. And oh, don't forget about my Patreon. Like I said, I have over 1,000 posts. Some of them look like repeats, but okay. Speaking of jealousy, like it's really crazy how many times men will write me, and some men, I think they might have a document of all of their one-liners, and they literally just copy and paste the same exact one-liners because there's going to be sometimes you guys are going to see a message and you're going to see that, like a picture, it looks the same, but it might be by another one of their profiles, because some guys have like 3 or 4 different profiles and write the same exact message from each of them in the same day, and they don't keep track of who they already wrote to. And so you're getting repeats, and or 30 to 90 days later you're getting the same exact message. So sometimes it's a red flag as, oh, this is probably a scammer, but some of these men are not scammers. They just don't care. Like, some of them have even admitted that they throw the bait out to everybody in the pond and see who they are able to sleep with or engage with or whatever. So it's pretty disgusting and sad. And like, yeah, I have tons of evidence. I have tons. It's like some of it's amusing, and amusing in the most terrible, awful, stupid, idiotic way. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, don't forget Patreon. Is some of it's free, then $2 and $4. I'm gonna have other rankings later, but for now, that's good enough for me. And I want to make sure for the disability community because I know about disability, physical therapy, medications, and all the other devices and things that you have to do in order to try to live a somewhat normal life. Oh, see, yeah, I'm gonna need a deep breath just talking about that. But let's get back to the jealousy. Because I know I was talking about Lock a Key, and yeah, it's like I just feel like he was trying to get. Oh yeah, get the scorching hot patty tea. If you like it cold, hold the ice, and at least until we get this ice out of these messy hot street. Okay. Now, I know, I know he needed a mother figure, and the stepmother he had was a no good, stupid, idiotic bigot. The amount of time she called me the N word to the point where the neighbor across the street had to threaten her. Go back and watch that episode. And yeah, I I kind of think that maybe I was the mother he wished he had, and that's one reason why he forced me to be with him, because like since she left and that was out of her power, his power, like he had to have somebody who was like, well, let's just say most of the other women in his life wouldn't. I'm not gonna say like I am just all that in a bag of chips, but yeah, like I said, if you knew his stepmother, whew, okay, like I'm a girl's girl, but she is vile and evil and awful. So I don't think she counts as a girl. But and then this his ex Destiny, I'll say her name, I don't care. She was a racist bigot. The things she would say about me, and the fact that he would let her come over the house around me, and when I would see her, I would get my stuff and I laughed and he was like, how come you can't be mature enough to be around a bigot, someone who would basically said that you're no longer clean because you're with me? Somebody who's basically said, who, well, no, she didn't basically, she did say that, why would your grandmother allow me in the house? And good thing that I like, well, most people go through their back door because, yeah, they left the back door open or whatever all the time. But yeah, she was like, good thing, or her people are used to going through the back door and stuff like that. And yeah, she had so many different racist lines. And oh, one of his shirts, I think it was made out of cotton, and she was like, oh, she'll know how to clean it, or she'll know how to, like, yeah, yeah. But anyway, I think he wanted to get other women jealous at the same time of having a mother figure. That's the only way it makes sense to me. But like I said, I'm going to talk to a therapist. I'm not a professional. I mean, I've been reading the articles and things like that, and I'm figuring out, for some reason, narcissists really like to prey on me. But because, yeah, Valentine's Day, I already told the story of how he cheated on me on Valentine's Day and how I met her face to face. I met her. Yeah. And how, while he was intoxicated, he would show me him cheating on me with the women wearing my shoes. And then, oh, his wife, his now wife, because he found his middle. And that's the thing. He didn't want me, especially not as a wife. He wanted his middle school sweetheart as his wife. And I told him, please just look for her. I was like, give me her information. I'll look for her. And I think See, like this kind of stuff got him so pissed off. Why would you help me find her? Why would you do that? Why would you? You're trying to lose me. Yes, I am. I don't want you. You keep threatening to, you keep threatening your life if I break up with you. But you promised that, or he didn't promise, but he threatened, but I took it as a promise because I was like, please, yes, thank you. But like he said, if he found his middle school sweetheart, he was going to cheat on me on her. He was going to leave me for her. I was like, yes, thank you, do that. Because every time I tried to leave, he would call me. You know what I'm going to do to myself, right? You know what I have in my hands right now, right? If you don't know, like, watch other episodes. But I'm going to throw myself down the stairs. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, he threatened himself so many times. I'm just like, you, like, maybe he needs to be hired by the, okay, I can't even say, okay, that special hotline. So, because all of the excuses and all the reasons he's threatened to do that, I'm like, maybe they need to write notes because, like, yeah, yeah. But sometimes I wonder, did he cheat? I think he cheated on me to make me jealous. Because look, I can sleep with all these women and you don't want me? You still don't want me? It's like, I'm pressuring you to be with me. It's like, why do I have to pressure you to be with me? I shouldn't have to pressure you. You should just want to be with me. Because all of these other women want to be with me. They want to sleep with me. They want to do things with me. They even put their finger in my. Yeah. Yeah, that was on camera too. That was on. Yeah. Anyway. See, I say it to a point where. Yeah. Um, I'm so like. You do not know my reaction when I saw that on the cell phone. Because I was just like, what? Are we really going? I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm like, if you like it, hey, baby, do. But yeah, yeah. I saw like when you're being cheated on and you're watching that, yeah, you're just like, um, what? But then at the same time, like, because yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't have to touch him for at least 30 to 90 days each time. Like, each time he cheated on me, it's like, or I would tell him to go, I was like, you better get tested. You better get. He gets so mad at me. Well, if you would, no, 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 no. Don't say that garbage. It's like, I don't even want to be with you. You pressure me. You tell me that I had, like, no. Not like you want a relationship out of someone who does not want a relationship with you. You coerce me, you gaslight me, you do all these other things and stuff. It's like you force me, you steal my stuff, or it's like you grab my bags and steal my money and everything like that. Yeah. Even sometimes stealing my, like, oh yeah, if I'm low on gas, but then he tells me to go, like, sometimes he has things planned in such a creepy way. Because at least one occasion, I don't know exactly how many times, but either he would need to borrow my, like, well, he didn't borrow, he stole my keys, drove my car and stuff, and or we would go to the grocery store and stuff, but I'm like, oh, I need to go get gas, and he'd tell me, oh, I'll do it later, or I'll make sure you do it or whatever. Anyway, but then if I'm working on my test and my bag's right next to me, but I'm concentrating, doing my papers, sometimes this idiot was like a ninja, and he would somehow steal my wallet or steal my money. And so now I don't have any money, and I don't have enough gas to get home. And he would tell me that I had to do certain things if I wanted my money so I could get home. Do you know how happy I was? when his middle school sweetheart said she was pregnant by him. Do you know how happy I was? I was upset because I wasn't going to get my money. That was the only reason. Because after I broke up with him, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm probably not going to get my money, but whatever. But then he kept hunting me down. Each time I blocked him, he made new profiles and everything. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get my money because that's all I want. And then he found her. And then she called me the N word and like she threatened to take me to court. I'm like, how are you going to take me to court? He owes me money. I don't want anything to do. I never wanted anything to do with him. It's like he coerced me the entire relationship. It's like, are you sick? Like, you have no idea what I went through. But anyway, just I I think he tried to make her feel like I was jealous or and to me that would just be hilarious because me be jealous of someone who has stolen from almost every single job, someone who has to coerce somebody, a woman, to stay with him for 5 years, and like when like me trying to go out for goals and go out for job interviews, he would literally yell and scream while I'm on the phone for job interviews because he was jealous because he said that he didn't want me to better myself because once I bettered myself, I would probably want to be in a like a larger, bigger house than my parents and my family members and stuff. And he knows that he would already never be able to compete with my parents, but like with everything, like because he knew, like I told him about some of my goals because we would talk and he would like he said he was jealous because he would never be able to do any of those things, and I believe him. Yeah, after talking to him for I believe him. And so with Mr. No Heart, oh, 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 oh. It's like at first we were just supposed to be friends or whatever, like chill and everything. It was like, yeah, just simple, whatever. We both loved anime and we were both like looking for work because like I had some work and I was still kind of promotional modeling, but my knees were starting to hurt so bad that like going to the auditions, they saw my walk was getting worse. So then I was getting fewer and fewer like offers, and then sometimes waking up to go to some of the promos, my legs would be hurting so badly that I wasn't going on. I was not going to be there on time whatsoever. So then I'd be late and blah blah blah. So yeah, I was trying to look for what's going to be because I was going to the marketing and advertising agencies, but I'm going to talk about more of that in other episodes, but I've already talked about that in some, but some of them are so shallow and just despicable, especially when talking about a disability and or you don't, it's like your resume doesn't look black. No good, stupid idiot, bigot, racist, no good. But anyway, yeah, so anyway, that's how we started. It's like we were both looking for employment. We both loved anime, and the conversation, like he said he was a Sapio, but I am a Sapio, and he pretended to be one for 30 days. And he has two daughters and an ex-wife, and the daughters, I think, were talking about me to their mom, and she was jealous, and I don't know why, because I'm like, we weren't. Oh, no, because we didn't meet yet. Yeah, I didn't meet the daughters until like nine. Like I told him I did not want to meet them until after 6 months. He said he agreed, but I had such a horrible Sunday morning with my father. I remember I got in my car and I was bawling, crying, and that's when Mr. No Heart told me to drive to his house. And I'm like, oh, are you sure you're not? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. You're free. Like, and next thing I know, I drive up to the house and I call and I'm like, I'm here. And he walks out and he has his youngest daughter in his arms. And I'm like, oh, crap. And so that's how I met his daughters. But the jealousy of, well, she still calls herself Mrs. No Heart because she wants the same last names of her daughters and stuff. So I can call her Mrs. or, well, Miss No Heart. She was so jealous of me. And I don't know why. Because she divorced him. She cheated on him. They were only married for about a year. They were together for like a decade, but like they got married, and within a year she cheats on him. And I'm like, girl, how you gonna do something that stupid? Really, 1 year, 1 year. You can't like. It's okay because I already like when I wanted to break up with these men, I knew, like, I was planning. I was like, because when even breaking up with Mr. No Heart, I wanted to break up with him, but then he would gaslight me and, like, he would be like, how do you not love me? How, like, no one else is gonna love you. Look at how you, like, blah, 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 this other garbage or whatever. Oh, it's like, just because I borrowed money and it's like, oh, so I'm not man enough. Oh, you can't say I'm not man enough. It's like, it took me 5 or 6 years to say I love you, but I love you, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, just blah 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 blah. So yeah, I think his is like he tried to make her jealous because I realized he was trying to make me jealous because we were just supposed to be friends, just friends. And I've said this a few, like, okay, I'm gonna do a slightly different version, but because I forgot his name, but I think it starts with a Z because I think that's what I tried looking him up in my phone to see like what was his name, but I think I changed it because I wanted to forget his name, so it's just Z. But yeah, it's like like Z knew about No Heart too, that we were friends or whatever. And so, like, but Z was like, I'm interested in you as, like, being my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but you're like 4 or 5 years younger than me. I don't know, like something that didn't feel right. But he kept inviting me over. He bought me flowers and, like, he introduced me to his mom, like, immediately. And, like, remember the stories? Oh, yeah, I already shared about when his mom came from, yeah. So go listen to that one. But all this time, I'd like, oh, Mr. No Heart was getting jealous. And so he starts telling me about how he is having relations with an Asian woman in the back of his vehicle. Yeah, and but then he sees I don't care. I'm like, oh, okay, I hope you had fun. I was like, oh, so you had a good time, and oh, do you think you guys are gonna be more than just, casual, or do you think you might have her as a girlfriend? And he would get mad, like, because, yeah, this was like later on because it's his daughters. Like, I did meet his daughters now, and his oldest daughter was at the kitchen table with me, and he's telling me that he had another date, and his oldest daughter already mentioned relations to me, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, what? You're in middle school, but she's just like, Daddy, did you have like relations with her? And I remember I was eating or I ended up choking on whatever was in my mouth. And I'm like, what? And the dad just he was about to walk up the stairs and he paused and looked at her. And I was like, yeah, Mr. No Heart, did you have relations with her? And we all just started laughing. But he said yes, and I'm like, oh, good job. It's like, I hope that's your girlfriend soon. And then he just looks so upset with me. And it's like, what? It's like, if you're, and you're mentioning this to your daughter, like, if you said went on a date in front of your daughter, don't you, like, don't, it's like you don't want your daughter feeling like when she gets older and dating, that guy should just be, you know, I don't know. It's like, to me, so to me that's just ugh. But he even admitted months later that he said that in front of his daughter, and for me, was so I could get jealous. He was trying to make me jealous on purpose. And I'm like, but you said we were just going to be friends. And he was like, yeah, but I changed my mind and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so just say you changed your mind. Why sleep with a woman just to make me jealous? That's stupid. And how about how does she feel? Was that just like, if it was just a one night stand, okay, but how about if she actually had feelings for you? How about if the night was just that amazing to her? How about if she felt a connection more than the connection behind your vehicle? I mean, it's like, what about her feelings? But then he didn't, like, and that was a huge red flag, because he didn't care, and he said she'll just get over it. And it's like, when your daughter gets older, like, because you know what, this happened to his oldest daughter, and I remember she was crying on the couch, and I was like, we were watching anime, and while she was crying, I held her and I told her it's okay. I was like, men suck, but just take one step at a time. Yeah, it's like I gave her advice. Like, it was a sad day. But I remember he was upset, and I'm like, oh, you're upset when it happens to your daughter, right? Mm. And this is why now, when other men who have daughters treat me like garbage, I'm just like, so hopefully, you know, I hope guys treat your daughters like you treated me. And sometimes I wait for the reaction. I do. I'm petty. I'm very petty. I don't care. Because men know exactly. Men get so mad. Why would you wish that? Oh, why would I? Oh, so you know you're an absolute imbecile. So you know you're a jerk. You know you are absolutely awful. Good to know. But she was like Mrs. Ugh. I was like, sometimes I wonder if his mother was jealous of me too, because everything I got or accomplished was because I'm black. But I'll leave that for another episode. Maybe when I talk about the moms and jealousy. But with his ex wife, it was just crazy because, like, I was never trying to be a mom to them or even a stepmom, because he said he never wanted to get married. Bet. Okay. Yeah. And but then he wanted me to buy a house, and he promised to buy me, like, I realized later that he was waiting for me to buy the house so he could move in. He was never going to step foot in my house. After everything he never did for me, because I got his vehicle out of repo. And he kept telling me, because when I said, what about your mom? What about this family member? What about blah, blah, blah? Oh, they're not going to help me. They're not going to help me. They're not going to help me. He tricked me. And then when his truck broke down, he had to get another vehicle, but his credit score was way too low. So he called me up and told me I had to come over immediately, drive almost an hour to his house. Ugh. Mm-mm. But then he took his dear time to pay me back. And, like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I see I'm almost out of time again. But it's like the way he worked my mind, or even gaslit me, or try, like, you don't really love me, blah blah blah. And when I said, like, your ex-wife is a monster, well, you have to accept the monster because I love you, and she hates you because of how much I love you. Oh, shut up. Oh, the things this stupid idiot said. Thank you so much for listening to the Handy Capable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.